Bitcoin hovering a little more than $37,000 this morning after falling below $38,000 over the weekend. The cryptocurrency down almost 14% year to date. Could this be the end of the Bitcoin bull market? Joining me now, head of Republic Crypto, Andrew Durgee. Good to see you, Andrew. What do you make of the direction of crypto really since November?
There's always been volatility in the space. That's just the nature of the industry. You have to also remember there's just been a series of rapid growth that's taken place. So corrections are just going to be a normal part of the process. But as we see transactional volumes continue to rise, we see participation not only from the institutional side, but the retail market continue to grow. We're just seeing more and more maturization overall of the market. So we're going to still continue to see volatility. I think a lot of the geopolitical events that are taking place right now certainly fuel a lot of that. But because of the liquid nature of crypto and how easy it is to be able to transact with it and do trades, that volatility is going to be here to stay for a while.
Kim Mahoney, get in.
So a lot of investors have jumped into cryptos almost like as an inflation hedge, and seemingly the last few months that hasn't worked. We've seen the CPI and wholesale prices, and cryptos not really respond to that. Another case to use crypto because of international insecurity and all these dislocations, and of course we have the Russia-Ukraine, and so the major thesis for crypto are those type of things. So that's kind of frustrating for those investors, and number two, this big gold rush that we've had into crypto. Would you recommend any picks and shovels as we work through this?
Yeah, I mean, the picks and shovels business is what Republic Crypto is in. We're a vertically integrated crypto investment banking framework. So advisory, tokenization, public distributions. The picks and shovels aspect of the industry is going to continually grow and develop. You got to remember, it's still a very early and developing space. So anything that's focused on that layer that other people can build and develop on, anything that's going to be pushing engineers and developers into frameworks that they can learn and explore, those are going to be the areas, in particular for us, where we're going to spend the most time and generally where we're seeing some of the most positive growth.
The Justice Department hiring its first director of the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team. In this position, the director will be tasked with prosecuting criminal cases related to the use of cryptocurrency and digital assets. Your reaction to this comes after the indictment or charging of this couple here in New York for being associated with a theft of crypto.
Yeah, so Mr. Choi, that they just promoted in that position, I think is actually a fantastic move. If you look back to the development of credit cards in the credit industry, they existed for quite a while before the Justice Department put together a credit fraud department, right? So it's inevitable as you see the growth of crypto globally, not just within the U.S., that they're going to have a department that's focused on digital assets and cryptocurrencies. So again, this is just part of the industry continuing to grow and mature. Also, it shows that the U.S. is very much understands that this is here to stay, right? They're going to be developing an entire department that's going to be focused on these type of activities. And they're going to identify how best to regulate them and how best to work with them. It's important to note that crypto is not great for nefarious activities. If you look at that couple that you're talking about from in New York, that was a hack that took many. But because every transaction on the blockchain space is public and traceable, it's very hard to hide money. Bitcoin is actually terrible if you want to use it for nefarious activities because everything is every transaction is publicly accessible.
Andrew, great to see you this morning. We will see you again very soon. Andrew Durgee.